So hi guys, this is my live session of hunting, or I would say solving of a lab from the Web Security Academy from the API testing section. And I know the video which you're seeing right now is not very clear because of lighting, but still I have no choice but to proceed further with my hunting or lab solving session because this is what I have, and I don't have any ring light which can throw some light on my face. So yeah, this is what I'll be doing. So let me just quickly share my screen. Okay, Windows. It would be yeah, screen. Yeah, okay. So now, as you can see, I have the worksuit uh, open on the left side of the screen and the lab on my right hand side, right? So now let's read the uh, summary of how to solve this tab given to us by the Web Security Academy. So the solution is in the web browser. Log into the application using the credentials. Okay, let's go into my account. The credentials are Vina and Peter, right? So okay, log in. Your username is Vina. Your email is Vina at the rate normaluser.net. Okay, click on the lightweight L double three T jacket. Okay, let's go into the home page. Yeah, this is the view details. Go to enlighten product and add it into your basket. Now add it into your basket, add to cart. Alright, let's go into the cart, go to your basket and click place order. Alright, not enough store credits for this purchase. Okay, in proxy HTTP, let's go. Okay, this lab I've already solved, but still, halfway through the lab, I realized that I've already solved this lab. But still, for the um, purpose of this video, I'll be solving this lab again, right? So in the proxy, so we stream notice for to get and post API request for the API slash checkout. Okay, this is the request which has been suggested to be checked. Okay, this is get and the post, and it says that API request for get. Notice that the response. Notice that the response to the get request contains the same JSON structure as the post request. Okay, the response to the get request. Okay, this is the JSON section, right? From this curly bracket to this bracket is the JSON content of this response, right? So it says that contains the same JSON structure as the post request. Okay, post request. Okay, yeah, the structure is same, but it still is missing a lot of other parameters which is present in the get response. Okay, but still the structure is same. Yeah, they are right about this. Okay, notice that okay, observe that the JSON structure in get response includes observe that the JSON structure in the get response includes chosen discount parameter. Okay, yeah, yeah, this is chosen discount parameter, but in the post request it is not present. Yeah. So right click the post API checkout request and send to the repeater. Okay, let's just send it to the repeater. Hmm. Yeah, so chosen. I think we need to add the chosen discount parameter by our own self. Discount should look like following. Chosen discount. Okay, yeah, I was right about this. So we need to add a chosen discount parameter. The way we do it is double quote chosen discount and followed by semicolon. This is not semicolon, right? This is what we call this. Okay, whatever it is. But again, curly brackets. Okay, let me give one line of space. Percentage zero. Okay. Now we also need to give it a comma because of the syntax, right? Because these the chosen discount and the chosen product are two different parameters. So if you don't give the comma, the JSON will think of this as one request or one parameter, and it will be throwing an error because this has this JSON structure of its own, and this has the JSON structure of its own. So logic will be colliding, and you know just because of one small error, the thing which you are trying to perform would not work. So moving on to the next part. Send the request. Notice that adding the chosen discount parameter doesn't cause an error. Okay, let me just check. Yeah, so did not cause an error. So we get a 201 response, right? Uh, Change the chosen discount value to the string x. Okay, choosing discount value to the string x. So I think we need to remove this part, right? Okay, string means we need to have this. Send the request. Send the request key order key discount string is not an object. Yeah, string is not an object for this particular parameter, which is called chosen discount. Also, does this results in an error as the parameter value isn't a number. This may indicate that the user input is being processed. Right? They are right about this. By adding the because the first step which we did was we just had integer which was zero and passed it, and we found that it did not throw an error. But there was no way of us knowing that whether it is being processed in the first place or not, right? So what we did was we included a value for the parameter chosen discount, which is usually not supposed to be present for the percentage parameter usually, right? So percentage is always in integers or float numbers, but float means a decimal number. So we just added a string and we just wanted to check the response as we have talked about earlier, or I think I have not told this about earlier that whenever we are testing for APIs, trying different things which might throw error in the responses give us a lot of information about the processing that the server is going through, and processing of how the parameters are being validated in the backend, and how they are used, right? So chosen discount which you change to string through an error, that means it is being processed in the first place, right? So change the chosen discount now to okay 100. So they're saying that now I think need to change the chosen discount 100. So let me just yeah percentage 100, right? Let me just send this. Okay, again it's being uh, going through successfully, and it is not showing us an error. So change the chosen discount value and send the request to solve the lab. I think the lab is solved, but still I need to check once. Okay, okay. Congratulations, you solved the lab. So yeah, this is all about how this lab was solved. So it is very easy. You just I'll just bring this here and you can read this through. The first step was logging in with the credentials which were being provided. The second step was going into the home section and choosing the lightweight leather jacket and adding it to the cart and then placing the order. And the fourth step, we just needed to see that the get requests uh, response had the same JSON structure as the post request. You need to mind or keep in mind that the post request structure was not present in the response, but it was present in the request itself, right? But in the get in the scenario of or in the case of get request structure, which was being present in the response section, right? Yes. Sorry. So notice that the response to get request contains the same JSON structure as the post request. Observe that the JSON structure in the get response includes a chosen discount parameter which is not present in the post request. Discount structure in the get response is not present discount parameter. Okay. So then we notice that the post request response had chosen discount parameter which is not present in the get request. So we just added it and tried sending it with expected value, which was an expected value for the percentage parameter, which would be an integer. So we added 0. Then we added a string, which would obviously throw an error if it was being processed in the backend, and indeed it threw an error. So validated that that validated that that validated the thought of we or the modules we call that. So that clears our doubt that whether the string was or the parameter was being processed or not, because the chosen discount had the string parameter, so it was being processed. That is the reason that the parameter threw an error. So changing the discount percentage to 100, then first change the store credits to 100%, or the discount was provided to us 100%, so we could check out the jacket perfectly, right? So perfectly by perfectly I mean that we could check out the jacket for absolutely no money at all. So yeah, that was all about this video. And I hope that looking at how I solved this tab might have provided you some valuable information. And hopefully, I'll bring more lab solving sessions in the live section of my YouTube channel. And yeah, that was all about in this video. So I'll see you in another live video or maybe my short form video, right? So yeah, I'm getting this stream now. Bye bye. Thank you for joining.